Hello guys, this is ObaFX and I'd like to show you guys on how I got in on a very profitable trade yesterday, and this trade has been running in deep profit for the past 16 hours. So stick with me as I walk you through the top-down analysis on how I got this particular trade. So let me take this out. For those that have been following my channel, you know that I do my top-down analysis using pure price action trading strategy, and I like doing this by starting from the higher time frame. Now, I'm currently on the monthly time frame, and what I try to achieve here is my directional bias. But by merely looking at my charts, you can see that this particular currency pair, GBPCHF, has been making a series of lower lows and lower highs, and having that in mind, it simply means that the market has been in a downtrend for the longest of time. And what do we do in a downtrending market? We try to look for selling opportunities. So the market has been making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and it has kept going downward for a while now. So how did I come about the trade that I took yesterday? So knowing this, that the market is in a downtrend, I decided to go to the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, the trend of the market becomes even much more pronounced. Now, how do I mean? We can see that the market here gave us a low, pulled up to give us lower high, lower low, lower high. It gave us a double bottom, but the bottom failed to break above the neckline, and as a result, it gave us another lower high. It was a lower low, lower high, and of course, now we can see that from the presence of the red candle that we're seeing here, the bearish candle, we can see that sellers are trying to push the price downwards. Now, what did I do on coming to this weekly time frame? On the weekly time frame, what we try to do is to look for a pattern or a chart pattern of the market to work with. Also, on the weekly time frame, I was able to include my trend line. And even though it seemed like the trend line had been broken, I used a magical tool which I call the Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing high to this swing low. And there's a zone I refer to as a Fibonacci retracement tool golden zone, which is the zone between the 50% and 61.8% mark. Now, this zone has a strong and a very high probability of retracing price or sending price back in its initial direction. So one of the things that gave me real confidence in taking this trade was when I found out that from the swing high to the swing low, and price had gotten back into the zone, and I started seeing the presence of sellers within the zone. The next thing was for me to go to the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, I call the daily time frame the tradable time frame. So from the daily time frame, I could see that even though price has been making higher highs and higher lows in trying to go back into our area, our key point of interest, I was also able to observe that the trend line, the upward trend line has been taken or was nearly taken out. In other, when I took the trade, price was actually trying to break this trend line. So what did I see that made me to go ahead to take my trade? Most times I take my entry from the 4-hour time frame and I try to refine this using the 1 hour 30 minutes time frame. So when I went to the 4-hour time frame, I saw something that was brewing because I entered the trade this around this level. Now I saw something that was brown. That was like a head and shoulder pattern forming in a very, very strong key zone, which is within the Fibonacci retracement golden zone. Now, as we all know, a head and shoulder pattern is a strong bearish reversal chart pattern. In other words, when the price of the market is going upwards and we see this pattern in a key zone, a strong key point at a strong key point of interest, then we can start trying to look for ways to get in to sell the market because it's a strong bearish reversal chart pattern. So in order for me to refine what I was seeing here, I had to go to the 1 hour time frame. Now, on coming to the 1 hour time frame, it became a bit clearer. So all I needed to do was to map out the neckline of this head and shoulder pattern. So for those of us that still haven't recognized it, this the head, the left shoulder, and the right shoulder. So immediately I did this, and I waited for price to break beneath this neckline. Immediately I saw this bullish candle going back to retest the neckline. I took my trade here. I took my trade here. I took my trade here at exactly this point. And then my stop loss was here. Just my stop loss was just above the right shoulder. So, and as you all can see, the market played here a bit, and then price has been dropping for the past hours. So this is a simple way in which I analyze the market. Like I said, the trading academy. If the trading academy, and if you would want us to guide you on how to analyze the markets just like I've done, you can always reach out to us via the link on my YouTube bio. I also have a free Telegram channel attached to this video description. Cheers and enjoy the rest of your trading week.